what do you think? Should we say he passed?
Passed, but he
Passed.
just needs to be
Passed.
about the adjustment.
Make sure you have it adjusted. These still failed. So this is Maxwell, otherwise known as Ian, but only his mama calls him that, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
He's here from New Zealand, and he's going to help me look at these shears that came back the second time. Second time's the charm. And see if they pass certification. Now, Max was trained this week, and he passed his certification with excellent job. We ought to have him out here to show yours. You got yours?
No, it's not.
No. But they looked great. So we're going to look and see if these are great. I'll put a link here where I judged them the first time so you can compare. It was the one with Ricky on it, and my mic wasn't working. So in the last video, Max, I don't know if the person that we looked at his shears understood what I was saying. Maybe English is not his first language, but I said specifically, do you see how these have tape on them? They came in a little bag like this before, but they have the tape on them. I said the tape is not a good idea because that tape left a gooey on it, and that affects the way it cuts, and that's not why he failed. But so go ahead, Max, and take him out of here. So I'm thinking he might, I'm thinking that maybe he sharpens for the surgical industry or something, because he put them in these little
sterile packs.
Yeah, sterilization packs. Which this wasn't a bad problem, but the tape is. You see what a struggle he is getting that tape off, and that's going to leave a gooey behind. So last time he sharpened them, on this one he took it apart and he worked the Rideline, which is not what he was supposed to do. So look and see whether it's a beveled, if he left the serration on there, and if he just kind of left the inside alone, which is what he should have done. No, he tried to convex it. You see that?
Been convexed, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think
he's convexed it that much.
I think it must be a language problem, because this shear is not supposed to be convex. I'm looking to see whether you can bevel it and not overdo it. And see, I sent him a whole new shear. Let me zoom in so people can see what we're talking about. So this should have looked like, let me pull a bevel one. Wish yours were here, Max, but. This is a lefty version of this shear, but at least it allows you to do the comparison. You see, it's supposed to be just a crisp bevel, and he's trying to convex it, right? Yeah, that's, I guess he didn't.
Convex.
Yeah, he didn't understand what I wanted. And is the tips burnt?
Tips up slightly, but they're not closing properly. He's taken that much meat off it.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's like, that blade is like half the size.
Yep.
Let me come in here. So this is a lefty that's like a brand new scissor. And he's removed that much of the steel off that. Yeah, and he's convexed it, and it's supposed to be beveled. I think there's a language issue. I'm not sure what language he speaks. Maybe we can do some subtitles or something. And do the tips come together?
No.
Oh, so the tips don't meet. So really, he's done a worse job now.
Yep. He's removed so much steel that the tips don't meet.
Yeah. Oh well. Let's see what the other one looks like. So that one.
That's a fail.
Even if it cuts. Even if it cuts, it's still a fail. I'm just curious to see if it does cut.
Won't cut at the tip, I don't think.
Oh, and he's still trying to do the inside. Look at that.
Yeah.
See, this is why he failed before. But yeah, he's still working the inside of the blade. At least the inside looks a little better than it did before. But do you notice the discoloration in here? You see how that looks kind of yellowish?
Yeah.
That's from overheating it.
It's overheated there.
Yeah, it's overheated. So the temper came out. So this is, I'm going to just see how it cuts, so just for the fun of it.
Yeah, pulling at the tip.
Where's some of my hair? There we go. Yeah, well, and I guess I'll pull her over here. This isn't the best hair to cut, but it'll still kind of give you an idea. It pulls.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one has not improved. All right, so what's the convex edge look like?
He's probably damaged him to beyond repair now.
Yeah. If I send another one, I need to make sure he knows what he's supposed to do before I send another one, because this was a brand new. I couldn't send the last scissor over because it was so bad, and so I sent a brand new scissor. So Rideline doesn't look horrible, does it?
Rideline looks okay.
And is it convex?
It's definitely convex.
Okay.
Tips are meeting.
All right, give it a whirl. Maybe you'll pass that one. And this is by far, as you know, it was the easiest one to do. I mean, it was just pull up a burr, cut it off. Let me get it where. Let's see what's going on. Okay, let me do it, because I pull my thumb out. Is it pulling a little bit?
Just pulling a wee bit at the tip.
Just a wee bit, huh? Now see, when I do it, it barely cuts. Because I pull my thumb out. That's a little better test. Am I in the video? I guess so, yeah. So I'm pulling my thumb out, and slow catches what fast doesn't catch. So to me, that's not cutting wet.
No.
And you see what a difference it is when I pull my thumb out? I think it's a little bit, well, it's okay, the tightness. Let's see how it cuts hair. So it seems like to be like it's sharp. Oh, it's flipping.
Yeah.
Can you see that? Okay, flipping hair means either that screw isn't tight enough or it's just not a sharp edge. Which that was the problem before. It just wasn't sharp, but it feels sharp. To be fair, I'm gonna get different hair, because this hair on her is pretty slippery. Let's be fair. Give him a fair test on that one. Let's see if it flips that hair. Hold it up a little bit, let's see.
That feels okay.
Can you do it and pull your thumb out? See, this is, try to take my finger with it. So I'm gonna do this and then pull, see?
Okay, yeah.
See, I'm pulling my thumb out because I want the least pressure possible. See, it's flipping. If I put my thumb in there, I can make it cut. Oh, even that, if I don't put much pressure. So, go ahead and tighten it and see if that fixes it. We just went to school and Max did all the sharpening. He sharpened about 3 or 4 pairs of shears and did an excellent job. The girls were happy, weren't they?
Yep. They are probably a bit loose.
Yeah, I would make it a little bit tighter and see if that fixes it. So I think what I'm going to do on this one, I think we have a language barrier. Maybe we need to do a face-to-face chat about his shears before we send them back. Because his name, he's from the United States, but the name sounds kind of possibly foreign. And he should have known if he was watching and listening to the video, if he was and understood what I was saying, that not to put tape on it, to make sure the bevel wasn't overdone, not take it apart, don't try to do anything to the inside of it. So I think it's got to be a language thing, and I want him to do well, and I want him to succeed. So, and when you wiggle it like he did, make sure they're all the way open or all the way all the way open, because if they're halfway open, the two blades might hit each other and nick. All right, I'm gonna hang this up. My thumb's out. That was it. That was it. I think they cut nice. If the screw was a little bit on the loose side. And that was good to see what a difference having that screw, the right adjustment. And you saw how many shears at the school today were just, the only thing wrong was the loose screw.
All of them.
All of them.
Yep.
But his convex edge looks nice. And his Rideline looks nice. What do you think? Should we say he passed?
Passed, but he just needs to be
passed
about the adjustment.
Make sure you have it adjusted. These still failed. And I'm thinking, because these are so easy to do, I think if I just talked to him on the phone and explained to him what he was supposed to do.
Maybe he thinks we're supposed to be turning him into a convex.
I think there was some communication problem. So right now we're going to say this one failed, but after I talk to him and all that, I may go ahead and pass him. What you think, Max?
Yep. We've done a good job on this one.
Yeah. Okay. You hear that? And you know that was a challenge. You sharpened one of those yesterday and had to work on it a little bit to get it.
Yep.
So, just make sure, if you want to do this certification, make sure you watch some of the videos. Make sure you kind of go through that written test and make sure that you know the answers. I mean, because there's really, if you've watched the videos and watched on how to do it, you should always pass, because you know exactly how I'm going to test them.
And understand the difference between a beveled edge and a convex edge.
Yeah. That's that video. Well, what you think, Max?
Yep.
You got any words of wisdom of them about training or learning this?
If you want to learn how to do it, come and see Bonnie.
All right, thank you. And subscribe, huh?
Yeah, and subscribe. Push that bell.
Push that bell.
Push that bell.
So what's your thoughts about the International Scissor Sharpeners Association? Is this ISSA certification, is it a walk in the park, or is it a little more difficult? Let's see what you can do. If you want to be certified, if you want to join the ISSA, it's for those that are certified. It's more than just a piece of paper. It's more than just an ID card. So links below is going to tell you how to be a part of the ISSA and also to get your swag and your merchandise. If you're ready to take your sharpening skills to the next level, I've got you covered, whether it's a certification or upgrading your equipment or getting some more sharpening training. That's what we're about. So call the red-headed sharpening lady, Bonnie at Bonica Shears. And remember, stay sharp, my friends.